So it has been 1 year since I painted a lot of parts on this bike, and I want to show you the shock absorbers first. As you can see, they're a bit pitted at the top, but otherwise this is just hair, some few nicks. Another nick here. But all in all, this is by far the best paint. This was 2K black. And then to the next part, the exhaust. I painted it as well, and you can see this is coming apart. It's been like this for the past 5 months. So it's pretty dirty right now, and some places you can see the rust is about to penetrate again. And then back to the muffler. So I would say for two cans of spray paint and how it looked before, that is a pretty good job, and I'll probably do that again. Then I painted the footrest, the pegs, and they're holding up pretty good. And this part as well, and this was by far the cheapest paint I did, and you can see this get a lot of abuse from stones and all the weather, and this has to be redone at some point. I'll do that in a future video. That has to be redone. Let's see the other one. I think that's even worse. Here at the exhaust side, you can see a lot of nicks and crannies right down here, and I bet you on the back side is pretty hard to see. I bet it's even worse on the back side. So I have to redo that part as well. And then I also painted the front ones, the cover for the radiator. And as you can see, I think I hit something right here, but this is also like that paint, the same, and look how cheap it is. It's just coming right off. Yeah. So that they also have to be redone. And I think I'll go with this paint, the 2K 2 component. This is very durable for all kind of weathers. And the last part I painted was the frame. Here it is. This was with some plastic dip, and I wouldn't really recommend it. As you can see here, it has some wear because of the electronics going through here when I turn the handlebars. But you can have a look for yourself. And this is where I spilled some. This is where I spilled some gasoline while doing the carbs, taking the tank off. So this is not fuel resistant, and I wouldn't recommend this. This kind of paint, spray paint, and as you can see here, this is probably my shoe hitting. But for what it is, if you take a step backward and look at it, you can't really see it. So it's only when you come close it's visible for the eye. And it's the same with the other side. It looks okay here, but you can't really wash it. I tried taking a rag towel and tried to rub some of the gasoline off, but it's just taking the paint with it. So here you can see some more. It's just coming off. I would probably recommend you doing the 2K primer as well on the frame. So this one is actually holding up pretty good. The only things is when rock hits it, small chips of rocks chipping off the paint, but otherwise it's holding pretty good. And here you can see as well that it's not from rocks. I think it's just the weather. So yeah, that was all painted parts. And have it been. So just remember, this bike is always sitting outside under this kind of roof, and it's just, you can see it's wet out here, and sometimes when it's heavy raining it gets on the bike as well. But as you saw in the start of the video, I have the cover for it. But since the cover is pretty old, I don't think it's water resistant anymore. But I'm still pretty glad I painted the parts. It has a pretty nice look to it, I would say. So I'll have to paint the covers and the footrests part again in a new video. And I think I'm just going to give it a light spray with the same thing on the frame, and hope I don't have to do as much fuel stuff as I did before. I fixed the carbs, and maybe sometime I can fix the tank too. You can see it's pretty damaged, and here are some chip. It is coming off the paint. Yeah, but all in all, I'm pretty glad how it all turned out. So thanks for watching. I hope you see you in the next video. And remember to like, comment and subscribe if you want to. If you want to see more videos like this. Bye.